Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Eau de Treasure. I'm Steven, and I'm going to take you back to the good old days. I'm going to take you back to 1995 in this video for this fragrance in this box right here. Got this in the mail today. I live in Japan and I get discontinued vintage rare and interesting fragrances through online shopping, going to vintage stores and whatnot. And I like to discover these things or rediscover these things. 1995 was a great year for me. I'm dating myself when I tell you that was my senior year in high school, graduated in 95, and then started university in the fall. So my freshman year university, my senior year in high school, it was a great year. I really enjoyed that year. And this fragrance came out in 1995. Do you guys remember Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger? I found a vintage bottle. I think it's a vintage bottle. Gonna open this one up, gonna check this one out. I didn't wear Tommy back in the day, but maybe I'll remember the smell from other people. Maybe the scent will trigger some memories. So let's check it out. Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. These are really easy to find here in Japan. There are a lot of these for sale online. So I was looking at them, thinking about trying it out. I was looking for a vintage bottle. I know what they look like. And some of them have the box, some of them don't have the box. But this one did. This was the cheapest, cleanest one I could find. Because I just had the feeling that this, over time, the fragrance breaks down over time. And of course it doesn't smell like it did when it was new and fresh. And I just thought that this one would definitely be one of those that doesn't smell anywhere near as good 30 years later as it did when it came out. But this one was in pretty good shape. You can see the original box. Let's take a look at all sides of it. A little bit of damage right there. You see that yin-yang symbol and the ingredients listed, a sign of the 90s. Later on, there's even more ingredients on it in the 2000s. You got the barcode. There's a batch code right there. What does the batch code say? Hard to read. A40, it looks like. Tommy Hilfiger and registered trademarks, Tommy Hilfiger. Okay. Looks like a Tommy Hilfiger shirt design, doesn't it? Did you wear Tommy Hilfiger stuff in the 90s? I think I had a shirt or two. Yeah, I'm starting to notice that the 90s and 80s always had this extra cardboard piece in the box. I don't think they have it like this anymore. Maybe they do. I don't know, but that's just something I noticed. All right, here's the bottle. Tommy. As I said, I never wore this. So now I'm kind of interested in seeing what it smells like after all these years. It's listed on Fragrantica as a green, fresh, spicy type fragrance. 1995, this is an Alberto Moria's creation, but he made it with another perfumer, Annie Buzantien. Bottle's fairly clean. Originally, this is supposed to be clear, so it's a little bit, has darkened a little bit. You can see it's almost full right there. And I was okay with that because a lot of other ones for sale were actually quite darker. So this was the lightest colored one, and I just felt like that this was in the best shape. Let's look at the bottom. There's a sticker, A40 upside down. I think that's the batch code. All right, let's try it out. Spray it on the right hand. Needed to be primed a little bit. Pretty good sprayer. Let's see what memories this thing triggers for me. So I do get a feeling from this, but I don't think it's just my experience from being in high school and smelling this in high school or university. I just kind of get that familiar feeling from all the fragrances that I've smelled in my life, just my fragrance experience. When I smell this, I do immediately think of the 90s. I mean, this is right in the middle of the 90s, 95. Immediately what comes to mind is Calvin Klein Eternity, Calvin Klein Escape, CK1. I don't know why it happens to be Calvin Klein, but this could be a Calvin Klein fragrance. It is a nice scent, and it is on the green side. It is a fresh green scent. When I smell this, I do smell the light citrus, but it's not really a citrus-centric scent. Citrus-centric scent, how about that? It's really a nice blend of all these ingredients. I can smell the apple in it, a little bit of mint, a little bit of citrus. It's a little bit of everything all mixed together. It almost smells like clean laundry. It's that kind of a fresh scent. But unlike a lot of Alberto Maria's fragrances, it's clean laundry, it's a freshie, but it doesn't have like a prominent neroli note in it. It doesn't have like a sharp citrus note in it or anything else like that. There's nothing sweet in this as a Givenchy pie. It's nothing like that. It's just a nice, fresh, clean fragrance, and it really does fit the Tommy Hilfiger brand. I'll read you off the notes. The top notes are mint, bergamot, grapefruit, and lavender. Middle notes are Granny Smith apple, cranberry, and rose. And the base notes, you have coneflower, cactus, and amber. So some pretty interesting notes in there. This 50 ml bottle, as you can see, it's almost full. I got this for 1,800 yen, which is about $12. $12 I spent basically for the channel, just to take a walk down memory lane and tell you how I feel about smelling a vintage bottle of Tommy that looks like it's been preserved pretty well. That's another detail, too, that you can check. Look at the cap. The cap is fairly clean. It's a light cap. It's like an aluminum cap. I don't know, is it plastic? It might be plastic. I'm not even sure. But it's very clean, as you can see. And as I mentioned in a previous video, if the cap is fairly clean on an old bottle, then it's been stored, I mean, you can almost be sure that it's been stored in a pretty good environment. So it should hopefully hold up and smell somewhat close to what it originally smelled like when it was new. Longevity, I imagine, isn't anything that special. You can read the comments on Fragrantica, but I think people said it's, this is not of course it's not a beast mode, long-lasting fragrance. You're going to get probably 4 hours out of this, and I'll test this too this week and wear it around a little bit. I'm happy with the purchase. It smells nice. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and like the video down below. And if you want to see more vintage fragrance discovery, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the videos tab and look back on my videos, and maybe there's a brand of fragrance that you love from your youth that I happen to find here in Japan while I'm hunting fragrances on this journey at this time in my life. Leave me a comment down below. What do you think of vintage Tommy? Do the newer versions suck? Are they much worse than the vintage versions? Is there no difference? I don't know anything about this fragrance except for what you see right here, what I tried. Let me know what you think about the Tommy Hilfiger fragrance, Tommy. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for the next video. Until then, take care.